Climate change. You must have heard this term millions of times. We already know about the devastating effects caused by climate change. It has caused more intense wildfires, heat waves, floods and hurricanes all across the world. And to counter all this, promises were made by countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. 7 years on, it seems that these countries are not living up to their promises. According to the CDP, a non-profit disclosure platform, and Oliver Wyman, global management consultancy, companies in the G7 economies are failing to meet the Paris Climate Agreement objectives. Based on current corporate pledges to cut emissions, G7, which comprises Britain, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan and the US, the analysis looked at the climate plans of more than 4,000 firms across the world's 7 largest economies. And it shows corporate emissions targets in the G7 countries are overall on a 2.7 degrees Celsius warming trajectory for the year 2100. This is a cause of concern. The 2015 Paris Climate Treaty enjoins nations to cap global warming at well below 2 degrees Celsius and 1.5 degrees Celsius if possible. However, the Earth's average surface temperature has already risen 1.2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The analysts show that companies in Canada and Japan had fared the worst in this rating. Canada was the worst performing in terms of decarbonization plans. The country was heading to a warming of 3.1 degrees Celsius of planet heating. Meanwhile, the US had 2.8 degrees Celsius. The study stated that 88% of reported greenhouse gas emissions was coming from firms that have no disclosed net zero plans. On the other hand, by comparison, European companies fared much better. German and Italian businesses were associated with a warming of 2.2 degrees Celsius, followed by France with 2.3 degrees Celsius and the UK with 2.6 degrees Celsius. This study should come as a wake-up call for all countries. Ahead of the November COP27 International Climate Summit in Egypt, where nearly 200 countries will convene to discuss and agree as to how to jointly address the climate change issue and its impact after what has been for many a devastating summer of drought, heat waves and other climate-linked extremes. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.